Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with a new review. If you follow my channel, you know I am checking out the Amouage Discovery Collection for Woman. And this is the 5th out of 7, so I only have 2 more left after this week. And I'm actually going to film now because, as you might be able to hear, my voice is going, and it's going fast. So I decided to shoot this out now while I still have one, so you'll have to bear with me while I fight through with a hoarse voice. Okay, so as you guys know, I love to read the description and see if this is really fits. You've seen the description box, so you know that this week already, and you know that this week is Beach Hut Woman. There we go. Beach Hut Woman. And this is a 2018 release. It's a woody aquatic, and I think, don't quote me, but I think this might be the most recent Amouage that I've ever reviewed. Let me read it and see if it lives up to its name. Beach Hut Woman is an olfactive exploration of solitary moments, capturing the serenity of a deserted beach in winter. The fragrance gives us memories of driftwoods resting among broken shells and dried beach grass. Okay? The key ingredients we use to express this scene are driftwood and the contrast of the cold wintry air with the warmth of cashmere. So this one, actually more than any one I've reviewed so far, actually does fit that, because it's Beach Hut, so you think beach, but then it's a solitary beach in the winter and you're cold, so you have cashmere. This one is really hard to peg. And you know what I was thinking? Before I started this review, I was thinking, I'm not a huge fan of this one, but then if you look, you'll see that this week I used practically the entire sample, and so I must have liked it a fair amount, right? I just don't know what to make of this one. Here's the notes that I grabbed. I don't know if it's the patchouli, so you can help me out there, but I do get a distinct grass note. I don't know if you guys like 212 by Carolina Herrera. That is fantastic, and that has that's always pointed to for the guys as like the grassy. The freshly cut grass fragrance. There you go. And this one actually has that element to me. So it's probably the patchouli mixed with, cashmere, driftwood. Don't know, but I definitely get cut grass here. And a lot of people said too that had an off-putting initial spray. I didn't find that. I didn't find that at all. One thing I like about this one is I find it more linear than the other ones that I reviewed so far in the women's section, and I like that about this. I don't see that as a negative. I see it as a positive. I appreciated it. You don't have to spray it and then get used to it after an hour. At least not for me. It stayed about the same throughout. So we're gonna go with patchouli, freshly cut grass. They list driftwood. I would. It's a woody aquatic, so I just would have said, aquatic notes and wood, but they specifically put driftwood. I don't know, if that's the specific smell of driftwood. And then they also mentioned, cashmere. So the mineral notes must give it the aquatic feel. And then when you mix with cashmere, I have to say the description actually fits quite well. It is like a beach with some grass, it's like winter's just about over. So everything is starting to bloom, but it's still cold, and no one's at the beach yet. So you're all by yourself. It's quirky. It's quirky in that sense. It does fit, though. There is a distinct suntan lotion to this. And so, I mean, you could make an argument about all of them, but I can read the notes. But the bottom line is this one really must be smelt and experienced. And I just feel like I would say definitely cashmere, definitely woodsy notes, and definitely freshly cut grass. And then there's a suntan lotion element to this too. Maybe it's the combination of the notes I just mentioned, but so it's like you're on a beach by yourself. Winter is just over. Things are starting to bloom, so there's some grass near you. The beach is open, but no one's really showing up yet because it's a little too cold, and so you put on a cashmere blanket. I mean, that is Beach Hut Woman, though. I mean, it really is. It's a unique scent. You got to give it that. But there you have it. Those are the notes. Okay, so let's look at longevity and projection. These are not typical for Amouage, and I don't know that that's a negative. And let me explain why. Normally, I like Amouages because I've actually reviewed a ton of these now, men's, women's, and unisex, to the point that I might even promote my channel more in terms of the Amouage reviews I've done, because I've done probably 75-80% of what they have. Check them out in my Amouage playlists that I have on my channel. So the longevity and projection here is not that great. Or are not that great. Longevity was 8 to 10, but closer to 8. So this is a work shift, and projection initially in the first hour it does project pretty well, but then it really settles down and stays well within an arm's length, really an elbow's length from away from my body. But I'll tell you why I like that. To me, this is their attempt at one of two things: either a summer spring unique scent, or an all-year-round scent for the workplace. So a lot of times for event or occasion for the Amouages, I'll kind of say anytime, anywhere. I actually see this one as one of two ways. Yeah, like I said, I see this one as either wearing it as something to stand out from others during the summer, because it would do well with hot weather. Definitely. But I also see wearing this would be a great Amouage to wear at work, where you're not worried so much about clearing out the room. Even in small quarters, this would work quite well. I don't find this might offend somebody, but I don't, as a guy, I don't find this one a romantic or sexy fragrance. I don't see this as a romantic night out. There's nothing to suggest against that. I just mean, I wouldn't choose this to call this a romantic scent. I mean, this is definitely a suntan lotion and freshly cut grass scent to it. So, yeah, that's the occasion. And then, like I said, so longevity is 8 to 10, closer to 8, and then projection is with an elbow's length away from your body. So perfect for the office, and then perfect to for social environments in the spring and summer where you do want to stand out. You want niche fragrances to be original, and this is certainly original without shadow of a doubt. So now this is marketed towards women. Now I wore this all week. There's nothing really incredibly feminine about this one. I think this is more unisex. I wore this, and I mean, there's nothing here to suggest that on the continuum from masculine and feminine it'd be all the way over on the feminine side. I would put this. In fact, if you put this in the library collection, I'd call this straight on unisex. So we're just going to say right down the pike, unisex Beach Hut Woman. Age group, again, there's nothing here. I guess maybe you could, I was going to say you can make an argument, maybe be more for like the 20s, more of a youthful quality because of the suntan lotion vibe to it. But I'm not buying that. I think really this is another one that is, the reason why is because it's so unique that it's not blind buy friendly, of course, that if you do like this one, you should wear it, and age group just falls by the wayside. I mean, I could see a man at 22 wearing this. I could see a woman in her 70s wearing this. I could see, you're just going to get all over the map with something like this. I mean, in fact, I kind of see this more as a library collection. Their unisex fragrances that they have more than Beach Hut Woman. So there you have it. I mean, that's the age group. Clearly, the season would be spring and summer, and yeah, the occasion would be a summer spring social event, or every day of the year at work. And yeah, don't see this as a romantic, intimate night out. So there you have it. That is Beach Hut Woman. And like I said, I was all geared up I'm at the 9 minute mark, almost 10 minute, and I was all geared up to kind of say, well, I didn't really care for this one too much. But then when you look, this one's tricky, isn't it? Because I wore a lot of it, and so you know what? I'm gonna go. So if you follow the channel, you know I go out of 5 sprays. I rank them, and then I spray that on me. And I'm gonna say this one is a 3 out of 5 for me. And I have to say 3 out of 5 means I may or not. I would not have this. I would not have this in my collection. I have a lot of woody aquatics. I like them. There's nothing that would make me want to get this. If I were gifted it, though, I would certainly keep it. Now, would I buy this for a woman? Yes, I would. But I would buy it again with the notion of kind of wearing it to work, like smelling nice, and I would leave it at that. I think I have a feeling that some people would say, so this is a 2018 release. Some of the complaints for Amouage, right, from the hardcore Amouage heads, is that they will say that around 2014-15 and onward, they kind of went into a different direction and got away from the frankincense and went more almost like a designer. So some people like that and some people don't. A lot of really hardcore Amouage folks are not going to like this one. Certainly not blind buy friendly, as I said. But if you have smelled this and you like it, you should absolutely go for it if you find it at a discounter. I don't know that it's worth $280 or $300. Certainly well blended, but as a woody aquatic, I don't know that it really stands out as something I would have to have. Would I buy it for somebody if I found it at the right price? Yes, I would. So we're going to go 3 out of 5. I wouldn't have it in my collection, but I definitely recommend it to have in your collection, especially, on the woman's side, on anybody's side. I would just say that, especially if you're looking to wear fragrance where at work and you didn't want to offend anybody, because, some people work in environments where people are hypersensitive to fragrance. I don't see anybody with like a burning desire to go buy this, but I also don't know how someone could say this is really off-putting, especially since it stays so close to the skin. So, if you have a sales job or if you have a job where a lot of people do not wear fragrance, this is one homage that you could do and you could pull off. And again, I don't see it as a negative that it's not beast mode, because it's certainly not, but it doesn't disappear after 2 hours either. It really stays close to the skin, and there you have it. Beach Hut Woman, and I'm going to go 3 sprays, one on each side of the neck, and actually let's go 1 on each wrist and 1 in the center of the chest. How's that? All right, here we go. Boom. Boom. And Beach Hut Woman. Before I end, I want to say thanks again to all the new subscribers. So welcome to the Cologne crew. I really appreciate that. Thank you for all the recent comments. And I'm just going to keep on going. One thing I might do, I'm just tempted, right? I'm tempted to start doing, to take the audio and put these on SoundClouds and maybe go into make these into podcasts. But that's just something that's in the near future, perhaps. But anyway, wish you well. Hope that you're doing well. Stay safe, stay positive, stay healthy. And always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody.